everybody, and welcome to Friday Night Strike. I'm Johnny Von Hollywood, and joined with me in the booth is Mikhail, the failure, the non-hero of Friday Night Strike. Tonight we are continuing the New Blood Tournament due to the fact that none of you can save us from the prophecy. Not the Click, not the Wings. I don't want to call on to the British. But speaking of the British, we're kicking off tonight with the big old rematch. The Clones versus the WBWI. The Clone Sisters are sick of the Women's British Wrestling Invasion not defending their title. It's been 2 pay-per-views, Mikhail, since they've defended their tag team championships last.
Well, it's hard. We have a lot of championships here on Shock Wrestling. Somebody's bound to get lost in the shuffle, which is crazy to say about championship title holders, but, you know, since there are so many, it's bound to happen. But yes, the Clones are here to challenge the Women's British Wrestling Invasion for the tag team championships, and I'm interested to see what happens here, because, I mean, of our most notorious, formidable competitors, I would have to say that the Clones are definitely up there.
Yes, of course, but that's exactly how I've been viewing the British Wrestling Invasion recently across the board, not only in the women's division, Mikhail, but also look at how they've been conquering on both Monday Night Raw and Friday Night Strike. But the Clone Sisters are sick of the WBWI not even defending their belts. You know, Rob's the first to complain about that crowd pleaser EVP Nicholas not defending his titles. So there's a little bit
Rob's the first to complain about a lot of
hypocrisy.
Things. And I mean, now we're just waiting for that Davo cash in. We're trying to. There's a lot of stuff that I think that Rob needs to check himself on before he makes a comment. But something that's hard to deny again is the Women's British Wrestling Invasion. Jen Pickens and Iron Maiden have certainly racked up a few victories in their short time here on Strike.
Quite a few, Mikhail. You're exactly right, my friend. They're conquering the women's division as it was. But speaking of the British Wrestling Invasion and Dave O, tonight he will be in a very special matchup with the Everyman.
Everymen.
There will be a very special matchup for which the winner will be able to face the Everyman next week during All-Star Strike. Yes, next week is All-Star Week here at Shock Wrestling. Both Monday Night Raw and Friday Night Strike special events. All-Star nights on both shows. This matchup that Davo will be competing in later will give him a chance to go after the Outer Rim champion, the Everyman from the Nest.
How many title shots is Davo gonna get? I mean, he's already Scary Box holder, I think, still, right? Did I miss something?
Correct. He is still the Scary Box holder.
Good. That's good to hear. I'm happy nobody's been disturbed by Davo yet.
The WBWI move on to fight the Clones. Now, I don't know if I've seen the Clones wrestle recently individually, but I haven't seen them wrestle as a tag. And Clone 66 has quite a few losses racked up ever since losing all of the championships that they once held together at one point.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. Clone 66 has not been delivering on the level that we've come to expect her to. But I mean, at the same time, she's the yellow one, right? Yeah, yes. Well, I mean, we all know how it went with Savage and Darth Maul. Obviously, one was the lesser of the two. And Clone 66, of the two, I would say is the one I would expect to not be able to hold her home before, obviously, the clone of the Night Brother himself.
Now, Jen Pickens.
Yeah.
quite the competitor here at ShockWrestling.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't think that when Rob recruited one of the sisters in the Pickens
yeah,
family,
I wasn't expecting much.
that he'd pick the British one.
Kind of reminded me.
It's like
Jen Pickens kind of reminds me of the episode of A Sweet Life on Deck where they meet Woody's sister and both of the twins think she's kind of hot, but then she's like farting and stuff, and they're like, oh, she's just like him.
So recently, I was like, should I start rewatching one of my childhood
Sweet
shows?
Life on Deck?
No, I pulled up Drake and Josh, and there's some definitely dated things in that show in the first season. That as Jen Pickens gets a knee to the face here, but they had a very similar plot line. You know what else did? Big Bang Theory.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I've been watching too many clips recently.
I was watching some Big Bang Theory clips recently.
I guess every sitcom has those moments where the sister comes in and she's hot and attractive,
but then
and all the guy friends want her.
And then she's just like Sheldon or just like Drake and Josh. Imagine that. Imagine the girl being Megan.
Now Clone 99, the vet of the group here. Oh, there we go. The veteran of the group here in the wrestling world. Haven't seen her put in the work recently either. I believe the last time we saw her compete, she lost.
Well, now we're just hating on the clones, but yeah, I think that
to Bluebird at PWF.
Yeah, well, yeah. Listen, those PWF guys, they put in work. They're working under me. I'm a harsh critic.
Do you miss it? Do you miss the television time?
I miss it, but it was brief. It was fleeting. But you know, that's what that's how show business goes. Sometimes you got to just take what you're given and enjoy the ride.
Jen Pickens has been brutalized here throughout tonight's matchup by Clone 66. Really has it out for her. As Iron Maiden gets tagged in, what she got here against...
Whoa,
look at this, Mikhail!
Flip there.
Into a cheap roll-up. Two, three.
And the...
Clone 99 didn't even move, Mikhail.
Unbelievable, the women's British wrestling invasion. Pull a fast one.
They're not even able to falter in any way over the past 3 months. I understand why the women's division hates them, but every time they compete, they come away with a win. Last month, though, Killa was able to beat both Iron Maiden and Jen Pickens at one point. Is she going to be our last hope?
Apologies to all the Rosemary's Baby fans out there. She has not been doing so well lately.
But we have to move on here because we have bigger problems than just the British wrestling invasion, Mikhail. New Blood Tournament continues here tonight. Now, folks, if you missed it last week, I had to state how unfortunate it was, especially at the beginning of this episode, that the Click has faltered. But this New Blood Tournament is under Extreme Rules matchup, and anyone on strike that will interfere will be fired as Perkin it makes his way to the ring. This is a very special New Blood matchup as Rod Kip from the Everyman, graduate of the Nest, will be taking on a veteran like Perkin the Bean.
And I mean, Perkin didn't get much of an intro there, I guess.
No, he didn't.
That's, well, wrestling fans know what that means. As Rod Kip.
Here we go.
Rod Kip of the Everymen. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I've been impressed by the Everymen. I'm surprised that Raven was able to find guys of this caliber behind the dumpster. I don't know where he recruited the rest of the Nest. I don't know where that guy hangs out.
Don't forget, folks, this tournament will lead to the man that can conquer Beacon. Who will be the next competitor to take on the Shockwave World Champion, the #1 member of the Prophecy here
Beacon's
on
got
strike,
an open challenge tonight.
the complete leader. He does have an open challenge, but if that person wins, what was the whole point of the New Blood tournament?
Well, now we're just spoiling the show. Do you have that little faith in the person who's going to sneak attack Beacon tonight? Beacon doesn't know who it is. How could you know who it is?
It's a high percentage that it could be you, and I have no faith or confidence on anyone here on strike. I wouldn't be having the tournament if I had confidence.
I didn't know about the open challenge. Left my my wrestling gear in the locker room at the YMCA today, so.
Left my brace in the bag.
Yeah, just it might be an off night. Yeah, you never know. I might be saying this all right now because Beacon's watching and I want to fake him out.
Oh, here we go. Perkin flipping Rodkip around here tonight on Friday Night Strike. Welcome to the New Blood Tournament, folks.
This is...
I don't know. Either of these competitors, I believe Perkin may have a better chance at Beacon as Rodkip takes down the Bean.
I wouldn't say that so confidently. I don't think that's fair to Rodkip. I think Rodkip's got a lot of potential here.
Rodkip's still got that rookie status, though, Mikhail. He's only been here for a few months.
This is what I said about the fucking Raven, and everybody was like, no, he can main event Mayhem, and then look what happened. Look where that's led us.
Yeah, well, and here we go again. History repeats itself.
I guess.
Another Nest member. Another bird trying to fly away from home. Look at Perkin, though. Good moves here.
Perkin rocking some new digs since joining the British Wrestling Invasion. And he's lucky he's getting that check from Rob because I know he wasn't doing too much on Shock Wrestling before this.
Well, of course, Perkin, part of the trade deal for Animus. We have acquired Perkin here
now
on
he's
Strike,
on the A
but
show.
Look at him trying to submit Rodkip here tonight. Here we go. Rodkip picking Perkin back up now.
And I kind of like Rodkip. You know, he seems like a cool guy. He seems like a swell guy.
Don't forget his tag team partner, the Everyman, won that Outer Rim Championship in that ladder match back at Galactic Conquest just a few weeks ago.
Now, I don't want to play devil's advocate here, but, you know, if I was in a tag team called the Everymen with a guy called Everyman, I'd be asking some questions, you know? I'd be like, how come we're not the Rodkips? How come we're not...
Please do not bring up the devil, Mikhail. I cannot handle it here.
Even the devil serves
with this prophecy.
Beacon.
Bro, are you even my friend?
I was trying to be.
Here we go, Perkin knocking down Rodkip. Outside of the ring. Once again, every single one of these New Blood matches are Extreme Rules. No interference allowed from any Strike member, or they will be fired.
Imagine what would happen if you still had the gall to get involved in the New Blood tournament after John Von Hollywood said, don't interfere.
I said no. Here we go. Rodkip throwing Perkin into the apron.
The hardest part of the ring.
It didn't even look like he made contact. Oh, stomp onto the shoulder.
You gotta wonder when it looks
Perkin
bad
there.
in the game, if it would even hurt in real life. But like I said, it is the hardest part of the ring.
Oh, is that why he completely stopped against it?
He just...
Imagine if there were invisible walls in real life.
That would be cool.
Do you know how annoying that'd be?
It'd be like the Matrix.
You're like the worst person to think that'd be cool.
Why? I like walking into shit.
Rodkip with the meat stick.
He was gonna whack Andrew Owen with the meat! Or Andrew Perkin.
Andrew Owen?
I'm thinking of the other show.
Wrong show! Oh, jeez. I don't want to talk about Caw. Here we go. Perkin with another stop sign. Rodkip missing them. Was that a light drop?
That was a something drop, but it missed. Perkin now.
Perkin
trying to hit the stop sign.
Swinging to the stop sign.
Not doing so well.
Not looking too hot.
Do you need a goddamn scope for the stop sign?
Here we go. Look at this. The strength of Rodkip just throwing him around.
Rodkip is, I mean, he might be a rookie, but he's certainly impressing here against a veteran like Andrew Perkin. Or just Perkin.
He wants to continue on. How are you so confused? It's not Andrew Perkin, bro. Look at this. The bean.
The bean Perkin. Perkin beans, I get it. Like the Weezer album or the Weezer song. Porkin beans.
Another submission here by the BWIs.
Rodkip has got this one in the bag. I don't know.
Rodkiff wants to move on in this new blood tournament for the chance to go after Beacon. Anybody can try to take Beacon down, but so far has been unproven. Will Rodkiff be able to prove himself here tonight against this legend of Perkin?
And, yeah, I mean, Perkin has certainly earned his legend status, but Rodkiff, he could be the legend killer. He could take that away tonight, right now.
Stop! He threw the stop sign right into his face, and he said no.
That's called symbolism in the film world.
Visual storytelling into a pin.
No.
Another kick out by the Perkin. I can't believe it.
He's Perkicizing.
Perkin beans. I hate
what? Perkin beans? By Weezer.
Yeah. Here we go. A submission by Rodkiff. Will he be able to make Perkin fall? Will Perkin tap here tonight? He does! The rookie Rodkiff moving on in the new blood tournament.
Well, at least we don't have any more old blood moving on. Congratulations to Rodkiff on a hard-fought victory against Perkin here on Strike.
I do have to say there is a little bit of old blood, because up next is the great Luke, who's only been here for a year, facing Animus from the Wings of Destruction in the next new blood matchup. That's what I'm saying.
How the hell did Animus
Kite's been around for a while.
Yeah, old Kite.
Well, flying Kite with his green.
Mr. Kite Man.
Now tonight, will Luke, the great Luke, be able to take on Animus? Animus, of course, cashing in his scary box for the Shock Tag Team Championship titles.
And now he's banking on winning this tournament to get his actual, like, that's so stupid. Why would he do that? Why would he cash in for a tag title and be like, I'll join the tournament and fight more guys and maybe get a chance at the world title?
Listen, I know Raven had signed a new contract that I'm a little annoyed with him about, but due to that factor, I haven't been keeping up with him and Animus's plans for what they want to do here on Friday Night Strike.
Seems a little backwards.
I agree with you. Listen, I thought it was a dumb move to cash in the tag team titles, but they beat FN and Devilhan for those tag team titles and were able to retain it against the big deal at Galactic Conquest. So maybe there's just a little bit more positivity than you may be seeing. But it sounds like that you will be rooting for the great Luke here tonight.
I mean, I've always
Animus.
been adamant of how big of a fan of Luke I am. I think he's got a lot of potential. I wanted him to beat Andre before I had to come in and clean up the mess he left. But I mean, here we are now. Maybe he could repay the favor. Maybe that's what we're waiting for.
Here comes the great Luke tonight to take on Animus.
Luke certainly got a story to finish here with the championship.
Yes, once again, has been here at Shock Wrestling since the reboot. Very welcomed in member, originally part of my bloodline.
The Von Hollywood bloodline. America's first family.
It's kind of like the bloodline currently in wrestling, how they're not talking to each other.
Solo Sikoa. He sucks.
Yeah.
But I like Luke.
So does... I was about to say, so does Luke. I'm sorry, Luke. Good luck here in your matchup. I kind of want Luke to win.
I also want Luke to win. I want your...
The more I think about the Animus complaint you had, Mikhail, the more it's bothering me.
Right? Doesn't that not make any sense?
Listen, Raven and Ace both have gotten mad at me for accusing Animus of having dire intentions here at Shock Wrestling ever since reuniting with the Raven. And I just don't fully trust them. I don't care that they won the tag team titles and have been able to defend it.
Animus wanted to save his own ass. He didn't care about the Raven.
Luke here, look at this, a good takedown on the Animus. Once again, another new blood matchup here tonight. Who will be able to move on in the tournament here at Friday Night Strike.
And I mean, I think that Luke has been dealt a bad hand the past couple months. He's got screwed over against Andre, of course, like I mentioned. And he hasn't been putting in the the impressive victories that I feel like he became known for at first. Okay, we saw him go up against the OG Click early on in Shock Wrestling, and he really impressed me. Made me a little nervous.
Whoa! Luke taking down Animus there, bouncing his neck off the ropes. Luke setting up the trash can. What's he want to do to the bird here tonight?
Oh, Fireman's
Is Animus
carry.
still a bird? I guess if he was a kite.
Yeah, what is an Animus? Oh, I guess he's every animal then, right?
I don't. He's had to look up. I don't think
Animorphs? Does he turn into like a dog or something?
Luke is on the ground here tonight against Animus, one half of your tag team champions. How do you feel about Raven commentating Kaw?
I mean, congratulations to Raven. He's graduated to the B show. His words, not mine.
Here we go. Animus getting spun around here by Luke, going in for a punch. There you go. Quick moves here by Luke.
Go for
Knows
a punch.
what he's doing. Here we go. Luke walking around the ring. Once again, an Extreme Rules matchup. Anything goes except for interferences. If somebody interferes, I'm ready.
Well,
I got my firing gun ready.
Hey, do you think the Prophecy's gonna, like, step in here or what? Like, what's the story with that?
Bro, if the Prophecy steps in, they get fired.
I hope they step in. I think Beacon's gonna want to get down to the ring right now.
And honestly, if they have a belt, keep it.
Yeah. Okay, Tony Khan.
Take it to WCW.
Yeah.
Here we go. Luke throwing Animus back into the ring here tonight. Luke, though, going for a pin now. Interesting. One.
No, I thought
One.
Luke had it there.
One.
Speaking of visual storytelling, we got Animus and a trash can in the ring.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you watched Furiosa.
Oh, I did watch Furiosa a couple weeks ago. Guys, it's probably out on digital already. But,
It's, do you think it made more than $51 million?
By now, maybe. I hope.
Luke with another kick out here. Were you shocked that it was tied with Garfield? I know you've had quite a few statements on Garfield.
Well, I mean, I'm not
ShockWrestling.
looking forward to Garfield. I'm giving that a couple weeks. But I'm going to see that as well to see what I feel is the more, they're both franchises, I guess.
Here we go. Animus
Moonsault there by
trying
Animus.
to make a franchise of his own here at Shock Wrestling into a pin.
No.
Another kick out by Luke. Able to get out of it. Here we go. Animus going after the stairs. We know a few ex-friends of ours that used stairs in the past.
I mean, I've used the stairs almost every day of my life.
meant in wrestling.
Oh, well, yeah.
Animus flying off the top. Is he going for it? Yep. Here we go again. Could that be it for the Great Luke? He's putting in his all to take the Great Luke down.
I'd just like to see Animus try a finisher. Instead of picking up the goddamn 1,000-pound stairs.
Those stairs, he does make it seem like it's very...
Yo!
He must have heard you bitching about the stairs. He threw it.
Put them
over
the
towards
fuck
the
down.
commentary desk. Here we go. Luke back into the ring now. Oh, what's this?
Luke is not backing down from this fight. It might not be looking so great for him, but he doesn't care. That fighting spirit.
Animus taking him down again. Here we go. Animus going to the... Grab the steps again.
Animus. You goddamn step freak. I don't think you could, you know, get very far in wrestling just by being the guy that uses the steps.
Mooch just got beat up 2 weeks ago on call.
Yeah.
Oh, a swing and a miss by Luke. Big kick there.
Oh,
Boing.
busted him open.
Boing. Oh, throwing the trash can again at Animus. Will Luke be able to succeed in this new blood matchup?
I'm still pulling for Luke. I think he could pull a fast one out in the third act of this match.
Here we go. Luke grabbing Animus's head. Neckbreaker? DDT?
That was a DDT, I think. A wild one at that, but, you know, still a DDT.
There we go. Luke with the trash can now. This is payback for all those times Animus couldn't decide what he wanted to do with the steps.
Yeah.
He really wanted to hurt Luke, but Luke said, brother, started throwing the trash can. Oh, Animus with a bit of a recovery here tonight.
Curb stomp!
Unbelievable by Animus! One more time chance.
Animus, they were talking about the move!
Yeah, not the trash can, Animus. Here we go. You know, I don't want to be mean to the guy, but I miss when Raven was calling him Jobba-Miss when he was mad at him.
Yeah, he'll always be Jobba-Miss to me.
Here we go. Animus now with the chair, telling Luke to get up. Get up!
Animus. I think
big kick there.
I'll give Animus this. He's a ruthless player, and I value that.
After Raven scarred his face back at Halloween last year, he hasn't been the same since. And was throwing the trash can back at Luke.
And
this is all legal, folks. It's an Extreme Rules matchup here for the New Blood tournament.
Well, I question the whole Wings reunion scenario, I guess, is exactly
Into
that.
A pin.
1, 2. No.
Another kick out by Luke.
Animus.
What were you questioning?
I just questioned like the Raven burned his face. Like,
yeah, I can understand hatred still on both sides. I could understand some underlying resentment by both people, but once again, I haven't asked them too much about it anytime recently. I'm very untrusting.
Well, I'm used to.
I trusted the Click to take down the Prophecy, and that didn't work out.
I tried my best. I don't know what you want me to tell you, but we're here for you. Whatever you need us to do, if there's any, like, if you get here one day and there's no coffee, I'll send Nye to go get it. I'm here to support the show.
After Luke's great move there, it's a shame Animus gets the upper hand again. Luke getting right back up and knocking Animus outside of the ring. Needing to take a breather there after the wild set of moves by both competitors. Animus coming right back. Luke throwing the chair at him, though. Trying to keep Animus down in this New Blood matchup.
Animus is a freak in the ring. I think that's like the best word to describe him. Just look at this.
Big kick
he's all
there.
over the place.
I think he should go back to being the Kite.
Yeah, I agree. Go fly a kite.
Go fly a kite, Animus. Here we go into a fan
one. No!
Another kick out by Luke.
Did you see that minigame? Luke was so close.
Here we go into a submission by Animus. Oh no, this is not looking good for Luke.
Come on, keep it. Fight it, Luke.
There we go, Luke pulling off the leg. Slamming Animus down. Did you hear that?
Yeah. The crowd.
Here we go. Swing and a miss. Another kick by Luke. Will Animus stay down?
I believe in Luke.
Oh! Those steps still in. Never mind.
They were still hanging out in the ring for a little bit.
They were taking the time. It was just as much a part of the show as the trash can and the ref.
And Luke
Here we go, a
and
pin.
Animus. One, two,
two.
no!
A kick out by Animus here tonight. What a New Blood matchup on Friday Night Strike. Either of these competitors could be the person to try to take down Beacon.
I would like to see Luke versus Beacon. I think Luke has a chance as he rolls out of the ring amidst the garbage on the ground.
This is ridiculous, folks. Both these competitors giving it their all here tonight on Friday Night Strike. What a show.
Definitely a match of the night contender so far.
Here we go. Luke picking up Animus now again. What's he got here? Throwing him into the corner. Oh! Throwing him into the chair.
Nice. Nice.
Knocking the chair down there.
I would have done the same thing myself if that were me in this match.
Oh, if it were you.
Well, I'm just...
It's a shame you're not New Blood.
I'm the old guard. You know, like Superman in Kingdom Come, except cooler. I killed him. So there won't... So I guess in the Shock Wrestling continuity, there will be no Kingdom Come. Superman's already dead.
Yep.
I brought the kingdom.
As Luke.
The kingdom came.
Luke from the top rope.
Missile dropkick there by Luke.
Could this be it for the New Blood tournament? 2, 3,
let's go!
Luke does it! Taking down Animus from the weights of destruction.
Incredible.
That's what I'm talking about.
What a hard victory.
New Blood. Now, once again, Mikhail, are a little bit of bias towards the actual New Bloods in these matchups. We've been rooting for them.
I mean, Animus has been around for a long time. Yeah, he used his opportunity already.
Core Combat?
I believe so.
God damn.
And I've
old people.
Seen Animus.
What's with all you old people here at Shock
Let me
Wrestling?
tell you, see,
especially Friday Night Strike.
When Animus first showed back up on the show, I was like, oh fuck, that means we have to bring back all the jobbers. We have to bring back Cladcore. He never came back. Kanan Jarrus Core never came back. And that's what we like to see. But guys, I was happy to see back. This is the big man, Big H.
The last remaining member of So Far So Good over here on Friday Night Strike. Of course, Jab moved over to Kaw in the Animus trade with his goal of making Ace feel hell. Meanwhile, though, Big H here has been supporting competitors like the Everymen.
Yes.
And in light of that support, during the ladder matchup at Galactic Conquest, Big H did not win it and lost his Outer Rim Championship to the Everyman.
Heartbreaking.
So this is kind of a loser-on-loser matchup here tonight. Maybe a little bit of redemption for one of these competitors because the Carrot...
Oh, boy!
Lost his belt to Sully at Galactic Conquest.
Well, I mean, a disappointing loss for the Carrot, but dude, this is going to be... We got some Meat Mania coming up on Strike.
What a matchup. Yeah, I'm super excited. This is a dream matchup in a lot of people's books, Mikhail.
I would say so. When I saw this on the card, I was like, oh, is this a rematch? Have we seen this before? Because this looks pretty good on paper. Shout out Ilse Schlesinger. What's that comedian's name? That's her. Never mind.
I know who you're talking about.
Good on paper.
I don't know if you said her name right, but I...
Yeah. Eliza Schlesinger.
Adina Menzel.
Yeah. Adel Dazim.
As the Carrot makes his way down. The Carrot, you know what? To be fair, this matchup feels very Disney-oriented. I know neither of them are inspired by Disney characters. Big H being inspired by Hagrid, possibly.
Yeah, maybe. Thankfully, he's not a Disney character.
Oh,
Harry Potter, as much as I like to pick on it, and as much as I find it annoying, would be so much worse if it was a Disney property.
Now, this is a dream matchup of titans here tonight, if I may say.
I would agree. Meat Mania.
There we go.
With the vegetarian option on the side, if the Carrot has anything to say about it. But Big H going.
Are you guys ready to watch a Veggie Tale?
Yeah, let's go.
Here we go. The cucumber versus the Carrot.
Big H is just pumping up the ropes, checking to see if they're sturdy enough.
This feels very Monday Night Call. Like, this feels like a crowd-pleasing battle.
Yeah.
I don't do this here. We're the wrestling
This
show.
is like
PWF is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on? Is that too sweet?
The Carrot always throwing that.
Do you even know what that means?
Carrot ain't sweet. I guess he is. I guess in the grand scheme of vegetables, the Carrot's pretty sweet. As we throw
big hits here by the two meaty men.
Fistfuls of those are called potatoes. Inside the biz.
What I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to pre-book a Halloween matchup. Could you imagine these two giants dressing up as like Godzilla and Kong and going at it for Halloween?
We had the real Godzilla and Kong on PWF.
Yeah, but nobody watched the other show, Mikhail!
Yeah.
And that's why it no longer exists! I had to deal with Star Wars characters. Now Beacon has the Infinity Gauntlet because Flash brought it to him from Comic Book Wrestling!
How the fuck did the Flash get the Infinity Gauntlet?
Don't ask me! I wasn't here pre-Shock Wrestling Universe, Mikhail. Chaos is erupting here.
Yes, absolutely. Wow, the Meat Mania is running wild across the arena here.
Outside of the ring, throwing the carrot around. You better look out, Wallace and Gromit. Big H is looking for a spot on the team.
Wow, Wallace and Gromit.
Was that a good call?
Yeah, I would say so.
Here we go.
Let's hope none of these competitors put on the wrong trousers today. I don't know.
Do you like Curse of the Were-Rabbit?
I rock with it. That was the first one I saw.
I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Somebody's getting flushed away here tonight.
Oh my God, Carrot! Oh, okay. Carrot's gonna.
Wait,
count out.
The fuck was this?
DQ. Unbelievable.
That was disappointing.
This is going to lead to something, I'm sure.
We got a recall on Meat Mania here on strike.
We're going to have to figure it out. Stay tuned, folks, as we move on here tonight for a very special matchup. Now, the winner of this matchup will be able to take on the Everyman for his Outer Rim Championship during All-Star Week. Yes, folks, once again, All-Star Week next week at the Shock Wrestling Universe as Davo, the British Brew Box holder, formerly known as the Scary Box. British Invasion 2nd Division. We've complained about this before, Mikhail.
Yeah.
Why isn't it like West Division or East Division?
Another thing I'm going to complain about, Davo, the same fucking thing I said about Animus. Why is he competing for a title shot when he has the briefcase, or the brew box, as the Brits call it?
The brew box. Well, folks, Davo's here. Davo get a haircut?
I wonder if he cut his hair in real life. Is that
I don't know.
What the hell happened here? Well, he was in Amsterdam, doing Amsterdam.
Codebreaker, of course, along with Davo on the outside of the ring there. Two esteemed members on strike of the BWI.
The MP4 kid. Who is this?
Oh my goodness.
Who is that? What is going on here?
I assume. Here we go, the MP4 kid.
Oh, the MP4 kid. Man. Yeah, we don't care.
At the Outer Rim Championship.
As the... Okay. Alright, well, the game's just gonna tell us, I guess. Why this crowd hates the MP4 kid.
Well, folks, it's giving me Spider-Man 1 vibes.
You got my name wrong, Mr. MP4.
I was supposed to be iPod Touch. Land of opportunity over here on Friday Night Strike.
I remember I used to have the iPod Shuffle with the little the little clip one, and I lost the charger one day. It was completely useless.
Why'd you have the little clip?
Because that was the cheapest one, I think.
I had a iPod Touch.
I had
the second or the third generation, and then also the fifth generation.
I had a Kindle Fire later on, and I learned how to put MP3s on there, and I walked around listening to music on a fucking Kindle.
Oh, here we go. I thought this was a multi-man matchup for the shot at the Outer Rim title. Davo versus MP4.
The MP4 kid.
MP3 is audio.
Yeah.
MP4 is
the video kid. He didn't have any audio.
Is this a reference? What wrestlers were named Kid?
The Calgary
what was
kid.
X-Pac?
The 1, 2, 3 kid.
Is that the joke?
Yeah, I'm assuming. Well, one of Ace's favorite wrestlers is X-Pac, so I'm assuming that may be where the name came from. Maybe he saw this guy and he was like, "Oh, it's like the 1, 2, 3 kid."
Here we go, beating him up, folks, here tonight. Uh-oh. Not looking good for the MP4 kid. No. What's your favorite type of video file format?
I gotta go with the
AVI,
M4A.
MP4, MKV. I have to convert it when we record with Raven. Sorry, Raven. I guess it's no secret we use things like OBS and Adobe. Where's Adobe, kid? Yeah. That would have been funnier! Yeah, I could have bitched about Adobe!
The Adobe sweet kid.
I made it work, folks.
Davo from the creation.
Look at this! What a wild flip there by Davo!
1, 2,
exporting the MP4. No, unable to do it here tonight.
That file.
I cannot believe it, folks.
That file was too small. Too large.
We couldn't send it over Discord, folks. Don't forget to check out our Discord as Davo goes in. Could this be it?
What? Oh!
Yes! The MP4 fails to export due to not finding the proper media.
We had that call loaded in the chamber for a little bit there, folks.
Davo wins and gets a chance for the Outer Rim title during All-Star Week next week at the Shock Wrestling Universe.
And if he loses the match, he could just say, I'm cashing in. Ring the bell. We're starting over.
Here we go, folks. As we move on here tonight, I can't believe it, but it's time for Beacon saying he is in an open challenge for the world title. And I don't know, this is a 50-50. Well, folks, I was going to say a positive note that there's a chance somebody takes down Beacon.
Yeah, I mean...
And continues to break the prophecy up.
What do you think? You think the Carver is, I like how we lowered our voices when we saw who it was, so I'm assuming we're thinking the same thing.
I can't believe it. I'm rooting for the Carver tonight.
Wow, yeah, it's a tough call. Tough call.
I don't know what do you mean it's a tough... You're gonna side with Satan?
Well, no, I was just saying, like, it's hard to see... I don't want to see Shock Wrestling in the hands of the Carver.
I don't want to see Shock It's a belt! It doesn't mean anything in the hands of the Carver.
Well, I mean, it'll be easier to beat the Carver, I guess.
Than to beat Beacon, yeah.
But,
especially with your history.
Well, it was one time. I was already injured. I was jumped. Beacon had to jump me before a match. I just want to put that out there.
Here we go, folks. One of the 4 members of the Prophecy, the most evil group to enter here at Shock Wrestling, all former world champions. There, all 4 of them are world champion, currently Beacon, with the infamous gauntlet that was given to Beacon in the deal made with Ace. As you may have seen on Monday Night Raw 2 weeks ago, Ace had came out and said, this is the reason Beacon helped us at Galactic Conquest, and gave him the Infinity Gauntlet. Of course, Adam, Triple F champion, remains. FN and Devil Han, formerly the tag champions.
This is exhausting.
This sucks, McKill.
To see week after week. And, man, I mean, I saw FN there, wasn't surprised. Saw Devil Han, wasn't surprised. But as I've said, it was so disappointing.
All I'm saying is, last time a show was canceled, 3 of those people were involved.
What do you mean? What did they do to Young Sheldon?
Last time an Ace-involved wrestling show was canceled.
Did the Prophecy kill George?
As Beacon makes his way out tonight. What's your opinion on the Young Sheldon ending?
Well, I was disappointed that George died, but I thought it was kind of funny when I learned that George was supposed to die in the pilot.
We knew George was going to die!
I know, but I just thought it was kind of funny that, like, he had to die. I don't know. It's disappointing.
He had to. Now you're sounding like you belong in the prophecy, Mikhail. Settle down over there. Don't sound so evil.
It was. I liked George. I'm happy he's getting the spin-off.
Did you see that he played an old lady at his funeral?
Dude,
in the funeral
I'll be doing the same thing in real life on some Andy Kaufman shit.
Okay.
Doing my own eulogy.
Bro, you want to... You can't keep your mouth shut long enough to fake your death.
Yeah, I know. I get too excited.
You'd be tweeting the next day. You'd be tweeting. You'd be like, can you believe what Tony Khan just did?
I can't believe that Tony Khan brought back Edge and Christian and made them a tag team.
I can't believe Takeshita and Ospreay kissed.
Yeah, that would be the shit that would happen the day after I died. Would be Tony Khan totally going off the rails.
Well, speaking of Tony, of course, you know, Carver.
Yeah.
Had a little run at Dynamite, was part of the major releases.
He had that killer cross run. The Karrion Kross run in AEW where he showed up once, didn't lose, went to WWE, came back to the big leagues.
Is that true?
I believe so. Let me fact check before I let myself just sound dumb there.
I forgot the world title was on the line. Yo, the side plates have returned. You know, at Galactic Conquest, we were praising this game.
Yeah.
Praising the community. Community's so good.
Oh, I guess Killer Kross turned down Tony Khan. But I feel
Killer Kross?
Karrion Kross.
Killer Kross.
That was his name.
What a terrible
name.
name.
Killer. Before that, it was just...
Punishment Martinez is so much better than
Punishment Martinez is a pretty cool name.
I don't want to fucking fight Killer Croc, bro. As Beacon goes after the Carver, Carver, I guess our last goddamn hope here at Friday Night
Strike.
I mean,
Davo has the briefcase.
Yeah, he does. Oh!
Davo could come out here right now, make the save. Everybody be happy. Everybody love Davo.
Here we go. From the top rope.
Oh, elbow drop onto the goddamn Carver.
Beacon, 1, 2, 3. Oh, Carver gets out of it. So, I can't believe it.
They were like, Beacon's going to have an open challenge tonight. Everybody just let the Carver push to the front of the line, sign his name on the paper.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Step aside, Luke. Step aside, Big H. Step aside.
Oh, my God. Look at this by the Carver. Rope break.
A rope break narrow.
I think FN might have... I feel like FN might have yanked him a little bit there, or maybe he used his gauntlet.
Maybe the prophecy
extended his arm.
The Carver to the front of the line. I don't know.
I miss Andre. This feels like it would have been Andre's big return.
Well, Andre would want to challenge Beacon himself.
Or where's Frogman?
I don't know where. We don't know where Andre stands on any of this.
Oh my God. Well, we know where you stand as a loser against Beacon.
I stood as a valiant martyr.
Jovan and Jab, who could have been winners. Here we go, though. Will Carver be able to put him away?
Ankle. Beacon is dangerously close to tapping out here.
Uh-oh.
Beacon.
Oh, Beacon. Able to get out of it, though. I was hoping for the big betrayal tonight of Adam.
What? Betraying the prophecy?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he betrayed all of his friends already. I wouldn't expect him to do it a second time. There's nobody to welcome him back.
Be willing to double cross?
You know what? I thought I knew Adam. I trusted him.
Oh no.
When he told me, he said, "I know Pascal Siakam is going to score 23 points against the Celtics."
People usually can't break from the sleeper, but Carver rope braked here tonight. Beacon can't believe it. Big hits here, dropping the face of the Carver. Uh-oh, this is not looking good for Beacon.
Adams
throwing him into the corner. Why didn't Jordan go out and fight Beacon? It could have been a Slime Theory or a Ramon match.
I told them to stay back. Because I didn't want them out there with Adam.
Oh, another sleeper away from the ropes, though. Could this be it for the Carver? He taps.
Adam's always giving out bad sports betting advice.
Here we go, folks. I can't believe the Carver has lost here tonight against Beacon.
I definitely can.
No more hope. No more Batman.
And Beacon acting really hurt, like that was a big struggle for him.
Yeah, with that Marvel IP on his arm.
Marvel IP on his arm and the SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 era tattoos across his body.
Remains world champion here tonight, folks.
The never-ending reign of Beacon. Beacon's reign of terror.
Well, thank you. Oh!
What?
The skull, oh my god.
What is going on here? What is with this skull? We saw last week, and, I mean, I'm still... What?
What?
Is that Andre?
Good night, everybody. Tune in next week for Friday Night Strike.